In our final game of Season 6, we've got a match against our local rivals, St Gallen, and if we beat them, we will finish 5th for a second season in a row. Let's see if we can do this, shall we? Roll that title. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 28 now of the Liechtenstein challenge here with Vaduz. And as I mentioned in the intro, we've got a game against St Gallen today. Let's show you how things have gone on since the Luzern game and how we are looking in the championship group. As you can see, after the Luzern game, we had a 4-0 victory away to Zhamak. Scores from Nicolau, Feniger and Burley. Unfortunately, 2 defeats back-to-back after that from Basel, which was quite disappointing since we were playing really well at that point. And Basel were in a bit of bad form. A goal from Sebastiano Esposito, former wonder kid, and possibly still is in this save. And then a 3-1 defeat to Lugano. Our former player Fabrizio Kevgin scoring a hat-trick. I can't remember him scoring a hat-trick for me at all. Bagaria getting a late consolation in this game. It wasn't particularly a good match for us. Then we had a home tie against Stade Lausanne Ushi. We won this 3-1 thanks to goals from Nataro and Oindenk. Moulage scoring in the 18th minute for Stade Lausanne Ushi. And then form really just decided to go against us. A 1-0 defeat to St Gallen away from home. And then a 1-1 draw against Young Boys. And to be honest, in this game against Young Boys, we deserved to win the match. A goal from Nicolau. Unfortunately, Noah Lampert scored an own goal for us. But I think maybe based off the shots and what's on target, you would probably assume Young Boys. But we had more XG in this game. And to be honest, I thought we were the better team. Unfortunately, we just couldn't convert the chances that we made to get the 3 points, really. And then after that, we went into the championship group. 4-2 defeat at home to Lausanne, and this was a really disappointing result. We were 3-0 down, 4-0 down, sorry, before half time, and I ended up changing, I think, about 5 players in this match because I was really annoyed. We were able to crawl it back to 4-2, but we couldn't really do much with the deficit of 4 goals, unfortunately. And then an away trip to Zurich. We just can't. We can't seem to get a result since Victor Valdez came in at Zurich, and with that result, that ensured that Zurich actually won the league. Then a 0-0 away draw to Young Boys, a really good result, and then another defeat to Luzern away from home. That has put us in 6th position. We have got a chance to finish 5th, which I'd like to do by the end of the season. Zhamak have been relegated. Stade Lausanne Ushi are going into the playoff, and they will play Aru. It looks like Thun are the champions for a second time in 3 years. So they are going to be in the Super League next year. Zurich are the champions. Young Boys are going to get Europa Conference League, although I believe that might change. Let me just double check. That might be Europa League, just depending on who wins the Swiss Cup, of course. Luzern are going to finish 3rd, and Lausanne will finish 4th as long as they avoid defeat today. St Gallen can finish 4th, but they need to score a number of goals against us today. And we can only finish 5th if we win against St Gallen. Obviously, Lugano have got more points, but the league has split. So it does not matter what Lugano do, they cannot finish above us. But I think that's a positive for another season that we are in the top half. Unfortunately, our form at the end of the season hasn't been particularly good. But I am aiming to improve that going forward. Just wanted to update you on a new signing that we're going to be getting in the off-season. David Ozo from Crystal Palace. I hope I pronounced that last name right. Probably haven't. But the reason that I signed him is he's a 24-year-old Spanish midfielder, funnily enough, who has not been capped by either Spain, Nigeria, or England. And I'm hoping, even though this is quite unlikely, that we can register him as a Liechtenstein player after the 5 or so years. Hopefully, he can be a regular player and he can improve us in the midfield. I'm really looking forward to this signing to see how he does. Needs to improve some of his technical abilities and maybe a few of his mentals, but I really like how his physicals look, and I'm really pleased with this signing. That's the only transfer that we're going to make in terms of pre-season. If I make any more transfers, I will update you in the next episode. And we've finally got a new affiliate, Steaua Bucharest, or Stad Bucharest, as they are known, in Romania. So this is a scouting affiliate. It's probably the affiliate that I'm mostly going to go for in this save to try and get some more players in the youth intake primarily. So hopefully this will improve our youth intake, and I'm hoping this will improve our scouting range going forward to help us find better players. But I'm really happy with this affiliate. I'm going to try my best to get some more, but hopefully the first of many. And just update you with the Liechtenstein Cup and how that has gone this season. So in October, you probably know that we played Vaduz 2 and we won that game 3-1. Then we had an away trip to Shan. We beat those 5-1, and then we got Bolzers in the final, which we won 3-0 thanks to goals from Noah Lampert and Ryan Johnson. So it's another season in Europe, or the European qualifiers for us anyway, which is really good. And another trophy in the bag. And we also had our youth intake that came through. One player that is particularly interesting is Tim Burkhardt. Looks to be potential of a 4 to maybe 5-star potential ability. Really liking the look of him. Maybe he's the challenge or the inevitable replacement for Noah Lampert in the future. Apart from that, there's not particularly many other talents that really stand out. Dennis Adelkoffer, a centre back, 15 years old, 5'10". Not particularly somebody I'm hugely keen on, but we'll see how he will develop. By the way, all of these players have been signed due to wanting to get more Liechtenstein players in. Then we had Eisentraut, who is a left winger. Looks okay. Definitely got potential. This guy with 12 determination and 14 flair, and I do like his physicals, although he is quite a short winger, so maybe he needs to improve that. Then we had Jonas Walzer. I've probably butchered that name, but a DM looks okay, 5'7". Probably try and convert this guy into a centre midfielder just because of his height. Looks okay, nothing to really scream home about, but can play down the middle. Then Stefan Defoff, another winger on the left hand side. Looks okay, lacks determination and unambitious, so not particularly fantastic. I don't think we'll see this guy going forward, but you never know. And then the last one, Bertram, a left wing back. 6 foot, looks okay. Definitely could see myself using this guy in the future. Needs to develop his technique and his dribbling, but overall, I like the look of him. In terms of the rest of the talent, there's not particularly anybody that stands out. I'm just showing you some of the talent here. We have signed all of these players. Deinlein looks okay with his determination, teamwork, and work rate, so maybe we can develop him. Dominic Stroll is a right back. Got good determination and flair, but doesn't particularly have much else going. But I could see this guy maybe in the future a feature for us. Thomas Brandt, another right back, light-hearted personality. Looks okay, but nothing to really scream home about. Daniel Schuster, another winger who looks okay, potential, but we'll see. Lucas Schroeder, who is a right winger, looks okay with his determination and work rate, so maybe we can develop him down the line. Denis Bishkov, another winger, although I'm not really keen on this guy compared to the other guys. Really, his mentals are lacking. Alexander Eckstein actually looks like a decent striker. This guy's 6 foot and has got the potential to be a decent striker for us, I think. Whether we'll see him or not. Then the others, Becker, not a particularly great goalkeeper, but he's 6'4", a Liechtenstein, so I'm going to try my best to develop him as much as I can. Then we got Florian Bremer, another poor talent, but yet again, we're going to be developing these guys to try and get them into other Liechtenstein teams or other Swiss teams. And finally, Pukel, who is a right winger, not particularly anything good. It's an okay intake. It's nothing, nothing to really scream home about. I was promised a golden generation, but as you know, golden generations, this is what it is. I just wanted to go through a quick squad update in terms of a couple of other players, just in regards to Liechtenstein nationality. So the first one will be Picasso. He has represented the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, I don't know if that means he can play for Liechtenstein at all. He will get games if he can, but he does have only 62 days left to get that Liechtenstein nationality, which is good. Unfortunately, he is declared for the Democratic Republic of Congo, but I don't know if FM takes into account that he's played in friendlies or he's played in like the African Cup of Nations or the World Cup. I don't think he has actually for the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I'm not sure how to check that. But it would be amazing for Liechtenstein to get Picasso into the team. I think he's definitely got 2 more years with us. Certainly, I think I can see him being with the team for 2 more years. He's been a really good player for us down the line. Great signing, free player. Um, but yeah, maybe in the next couple of seasons we might move away from him. But at the moment, I have no plans to sell him. He is wanted by Casapia, who are in Portugal. Whether or not they can pay for him is another thing. The second one is Theo Goliard. He is really close to getting his Liechtenstein nationality. He has not played for Switzerland. He's only got 45 days left, which is fantastic. So hopefully he can register himself for Liechtenstein nationality. I will be looking to move him on next season though if he does get Liechtenstein nationality and plays for Liechtenstein because he's 26 now and I think we can find better players personally. He's been a decent servant for us over 2 spells. But yeah, keeping him around at least for 1 more year. But hopefully he can get Liechtenstein nationality because that's the main thing. And just the final one, Dorian Debachki, he is also very close to getting his Liechtenstein nationality. Probably a year away and a little bit more. Hopefully he doesn't get picked up by Switzerland. I can't see that happening, to be honest. And hopefully he gets registered. I think he may be another one where 2 years down the line, I think we'll look at somebody else, especially if there's a Liechtenstein player that's better. He's improving, definitely, I'll give you that. But I don't think he's the answer for us in the future going forward. We've had a lot of injuries recently, which has been quite annoying. Finn Summer, who we paid a lot of money for, and has not done very well for us. £1 million. I think he's the most expensive signing we brought in. Already having my doubts about him, which isn't good. But hopefully, we can get rid of that sort of injury spell. He's had some very bad injuries, 2 serious ones, 3 serious ones to be honest. The 2 months, 5 weeks, and then 7 weeks. So and they've all been in a game as well, which has been really annoying. So I need to keep an eye on that. And just finally, just 2 other players that I wanted to mention in terms of Liechtenstein nationality. Messinero is only 3 years, I think, away from getting his Liechtenstein nationality, which is great. Hasn't been represented by Spain or Switzerland. Another player that I think once they get Liechtenstein nationality, that will be when we let him go. And as well as that, we've also got Rodrigo Rego, who is also not too far away from that. I think we'll keep Rego around for a little bit longer. He's been a decent player for us recently. And I'm happy how he has developed. But as I say, it might be a case of when we get to that stage, we'll evaluate and determine whether we want to keep him at the club. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of a quick update there. The only concern I have going forward for the season ahead is a couple of players are wanted by clubs. So, for example, Noah Lampert is wanted by a number of teams and it doesn't seem to be going away in terms of transfer rumours. I'm going to try my best to keep a hold of him. If he does decide that he wants to leave, I will be demanding a lot of money from either Vaduz or Charleroi. The only other two that maybe concern me a little bit are Vincent Burley, who we signed last season. Pogon and St Gallen want him. And then there's also Araji as well, who was another left back we signed last season. Both been very good players for us this year, and I want to keep them. But they are doing well. I mean, Burley has improved massively. I'm surprised he hasn't been picked up by Belgium, and I'm surprised bigger clubs are not interested in him, but we will leave that as it is. Araji as well has been doing really well since he's come in. 6.77, I'll give you that. It's not great, but for a left back that we've had, I quite like him, so I'd like to keep a hold of him at best. But these clubs are probably going to have to make big offers. Also, Julian Keller is wanted as well. A hot prospect that we've got and we've had for a while. I'd like to keep a hold of him. He's on a long contract. I don't see him breaking into the first team though. I still see him as that impact sub role. Russia's wanted by Desper Chavez. Don't think that's going to happen unless they're going to offer above his value. So we're going to try our best to keep a hold of him as well. Yeah, as I said, just wanted to do a quick squad update and hopefully I've filled you in on all the details there. This is the team we're going to go for against St Gallen today. As you can see, it's a little bit of a weakened side in terms of the attack and some of the positions that we've got. This is basically down to the fact that we have got 8 injuries, 4 serious and 4 minor, 4 recovering. I don't want to risk anybody today, especially with being the last game of the season, although we would get 5th place out of it. So I'm not going to risk the likes of Siddiqui, Beck, Rajkovic and Sommer. Hulsman is out for 4 weeks. Johannesson is also out for 4 weeks. Fabio Fur's got a really serious injury, and I think, unfortunately, this is the last time you will see him in a Vaduz shirt. And then Tobias Fenneger is out for 5 weeks. We've had a really bad time of injuries lately. I don't know why it is. But yeah, we're having to play a non-playable or non-contract goalkeeper on the bench as well. That's how bad it is, because we cannot register any of these goalkeepers because of the stupid rule. I think they have to be basically Swiss and Liechtenstein for us to even get them, and they'd have to be under 21, sorry, to be registered. So that's what it is. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully we get 3 points and finish 5th. Gonna go through the usual stuff and I'll see you in the match. Here we are for the game against St Gallen, and we're going with our 4-3-3 formation, same as St Gallen, and they're going to be kicking off from the get-go. Let's see how we get on. So far, St Gallen dominating the match. 76 possession, 24. Well, we have had a shot on target. And they've scored a goal from a free kick. Janda Savina. Good free kick, to be fair. Boya should do better there. I think the wall should do better, to be honest. Yeah, we shouldn't be conceding a free kick like that. It's annoying. Anyway, back to square one for us. 2 yellow cards. We've had 1 shot on target. Not looking particularly grand, is it? I think we'll go a bit more direct. Well, we've had a few more shots at least, but nothing major. I'm going to try working the ball in the box, see if that does anything. Unfortunately, St Gallen have got a chance and it's a free header Con Ayan 2-0. This just sums up our sort of end of season, unfortunately. I think we're on the holidays. It's not looking particularly good. That's really poor defending that. Who is that? Who is that? Is it Lacasso? Really? I was just praising him. And we've got an injury to Oiden as well. 2 yellow cards, an injury. We have not turned up for this game, and he's injured now. We're not having a good time with injuries, are we? We are not having a good time with injuries. Oiden, to be fair, wasn't doing particularly well. I'm just going to shove Sani onto winger attack for the remainder of the half. I think as well we'll take off away at the ball into the box. Tell you what, we'll go balanced as well. We've got nothing to lose now. Burley with the throw in. Everybody seems unhappy, which is great to see, as usual. Sani, Lampert. Can we get something from this? Of course we can't. It's the hope that kills you. It's not a good first half from us. Really poor. Very poor. I think I'm just going to say, yeah, Terrell will sort it out, and I think maybe 2 subs coming on. Araji, I think. And probably Tabachki, to be fair. Just to change it up a little bit. Our defence is looking really frustrated, which is not very good to see. So possibly Julian Keller on a little bit later, but I think we just need to make some changes. Just going to encourage the team a little bit more as well. See if that helps. But so far, it's not looking good for us. And St Gallen, they aren't going to, unless they get 2 more goals, they aren't going to finish 4th. Looks like Young Boys is going to finish 2nd. Zurich have had a really good season, to be fair. So it'll be interesting to see how they do next year. And I'm going to make another couple of changes, I think. I don't think we're going to sign Bagari on a permanent deal. Rego's not having a good game, is he? I think I'm going to bring on Goliard. And yeah, we'll swap them around. So we'll put Lampert on the inside forward. Just to try and change something up. I feel like we've lost this game, unfortunately, in the first half. I think we're sort of... Unfortunately, what's happened is exactly what happened last year, where I think we just sort of exceeded expectations a little bit, and we're just sort of maybe on my last legs here, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to next season. I'm going to try my best to take Europe serious again. Hopefully we get a decent draw. But it looks like it's going to end in defeat here, unfortunately, guys and gals. Yeah, unless we can do something in the last 5 to 10 minutes here. We've got another injury. We've got another injury now, which isn't great. Do you know what? I was thinking about not even playing this game, and I kind of wish I didn't. That was a really poor way to end the season. I'm really sorry about that, everybody. But we finished 1 place lower than last year, and for a team that's only been in the Swiss Super League for 2 seasons now, 3 seasons now, I think they finished 6th after finishing what is it? You know, if we look at our history, we got promoted in 2025, 26. and finished 9th and 5th, so can't complain at that. Iron Deng's out for 6 to 8 days, 3 to 4 days. Sani set for pay increase. We have got 218 grand in the bank, which is not too bad. Let's have a quick look at the finances. We're in obviously a little bit of debt because of the training facilities, but hopefully we can fix that going forward. We have got some money to spend. We have got some money to spend in next season, unless the board puts that into the balance, which I don't think they will. But we'll see about that when that comes to that. But yeah, apologies about that. We didn't obviously end the season with a win. But it's a season that we have finished 6th in the Swiss Super League, which I think is a great accomplishment. Finishing above the likes of Basel, Servette, Winterthur, and Lugano is really positive. If you have enjoyed the video and the series so far, please do make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's greatly appreciated as always. And I think maybe next season we might do 1 or 2 of the European games as a video. And just from the comments that I've received in the last video, if we don't make it out of Europe, I think I'll just go straight ahead and do the entire season and just do a long update on how things have went. And then we will carry on again the season after. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a bit of a European run next year, but you never know. But I will leave you, so take it easy, stay safe as always. Bye, everybody.